For somebody who hears about like anorexia, what do you think is like the biggest like misconception?
Well, obviously, after I made this connection in my brain, it then became way more about how I looked. It was initially like, "Oh, hang on, if I start looking better, I get more attention, and from the teachers cared about it, blah, blah, blah." But then it becomes a lot deeper, and it's not about how you look. It's this control element, which is what I touched on earlier. And we do believe, and this is why I make these two connections from when my anorexia ended and when it started, that it is a brain chemistry thing. I call it a brain illness. It's a brain injury. It's not something I'm choosing. It wasn't a choice. And once those, I call them the demons, entered my head, ironically, it became a bully in my head. So as time went on, bullying externally stopped and the bullying started in my head. And this time I couldn't go home from school and have be away from the bullies. It was in my head. So I always
Mm,
explain it to people as if you have someone standing right behind you all day, every day, hurling abuse at you, telling you you're not enough, telling you you need to lose more weight, telling you you don't deserve it, telling you you deserve punishment, and they are with you all day. And if I would eat food, I would fuel this person behind me. And if I didn't and I was really weak and sick, this person got quieter. So, of course, you don't want to fuel the demon. And for me, or with an eating disorder, you gaining weight, you eating fuels that demon behind you. So it's a really, would you,
no,
sort
yeah.
of how I can explain, because it is intense and people don't understand how intense this illness is and how tough
Mhm,
it is to
mhm.
recover. So that's why I try and create these analogies of it sounds intense because it is.
Yeah, no, I mean, I like the way you explained it, and I feel like that can also read over to other other ways that people, self-harm themselves because as a result of being
Yeah,
bullied. For me,
yeah,
like I didn't experience anorexia, but I did self-harm in school. So I used to like cut myself. So when you
yeah,
were saying that the bullying would follow you home, I totally understand that part very well because I was always told things as like I'm ugly, I'm weird, I'm stupid, I'm annoying. Like those were like, and I hate to feel like I hate that I remember that so well. Like that's when you know it stuck with you. And so that like followed me home. And I'll have like,
yeah. You can't escape from it.
unless you like of course work on like healing and all of that,
Well,
but as much as you
eventually, yeah,
could. Yeah,
yeah,
to an
yeah, of course.
extent. Yeah, to an extent, because I think I had a therapist on my podcast once, or maybe I don't know if it was maybe just like my own personal therapy session, but because I talk about with therapy, I'm like, yeah, like I went through the bullying and people were telling me this and all of that, but like, what can I do? Like, I want to get better. Like, I don't want to be having to feel like I'm way down from this. I wasn't really crazy about what she said, but it's also kind of realistic. She was like, you can definitely work on like healing with like calming those demons or coping and this and obviously getting better. But since it happened during our peak like critical brain development, she described it as like cement and like someone stepping in the cement. And I was like, in my
Yeah,
head, I'm just like, oh, don't tell me it's like forever. And she was like, it's just like it's because the way the brain's formed. And so she used that as an analogy for me to understand what she was saying. But it's about being self-aware. Yes.